episode 13 of Series 6 of Master League Story Mode. But it turns out paternity leave might have lulled me into a false sense of security when it came to how many videos I could do. Yeah, things are pretty tough now that I'm back at work. Yes, I am back at my day job, which means I get home roughly 6 o'clock, and the way things are with the feeding schedule overnight, I pretty much need to go to bed at 8 o'clock, so I have a 2-hour window when I get home to eat, put my daughter to bed. Yeah, times are hard at the moment. They will get better, of course they will. My son will sleep more, I'll sleep more. It won't be such a struggle, but for now it is, and that means getting out videos is a struggle, which is a big shame as I've been loving the start to this series, absolutely loving it. In fact, it's got a feel of maybe being one of my favourites ever, and we're very, very early in. I do remember from the last episode we scraped a win against Victoria, 2-1 against them. It was the first game post-patch. I know a lot of people have said that Superstar mode is more difficult after the patch, so I'm expecting some difficult games. Let's see who we've got in today's episode. We've got Operário, who are solidly bottom of the league. I think it's 20 people in the league. If not, they're very close to the bottom. And then we invite Figueirense to the Majestoso, and only 4 days later as well. They're in 7th, but potentially 2 games we should be winning. Next episode, we've got the derby, the big derby, and we're away from home. We're over the other side of Campinas. We're in Bandit country. That's going to be a big one. And who have we got after that? 12 plays Quaiba. So, yeah, plenty of games still to play, and we're into the biggest transfer window I think I've ever been in, which is good. We don't have to hurry. But one thing a lot of you were very sure of is that we should sign Alan Souza, the young centre forward. Apparently a FIFA YouTuber has used him and he's been good. I'm not trying to be dismissive, but I've never watched a FIFA YouTube channel. But hey, cool. If he's got a good scouting record on FIFA, it could translate here. I'm still a little concerned with the offensive awareness, but that finishing and that speed makes him an interesting weapon. We've got the budget for it. It's not a huge salary. We've got players we can sell as well. We'd love to sign Pereira as a real engine room player in the centre. Particularly important when Luis Carlos goes, but at the moment he is too highly rated, which is a shame as he is an absolute steal, especially salary-wise. Other than that, not a huge amount lined up. Do we have some scouted players to look at? We do. We were thinking we needed backup to Asano. I think we probably still do. That right wing position, pretty vital. The Oliveira decided to renew his contract just about, so he stays on, but do we need more attacking midfielders? Probably not, actually. Probably not. We've got Thiago Real, Eduardo, Oliveira, Vargas, who can play there pretty well. Could probably get away without signing another attacking midfielder, seeing as we have 4 who can play there. Centre mid / defensive mid would be useful. I don't know if there are any in here that are any good. Pitton is good, too good for us. Carrascal, 21-year-old attacking midfielder, very good in possession, lacking elsewhere. Let me know what you think about him. He's only 21. Could be an interesting signing. But I'm going to change this and I'm going to go all in on finding another winger. I think, finding really good backup for Takuma Asano could be a really important position to strengthen in. And we're going to go with... let's go with Brazil. And let's go with overall rating. See what we can find there. Maybe a bit of experience. We're looking for any South American young player, but we're getting pretty poorly rated, 60 rated players there. And we'll keep them looking for a centre mid. Other than that, I'm fairly happy. So I think there would be riots in the comment section if we didn't pull the trigger on Alan. So we're going to get that done. Maybe we would have liked to have paid less. We had to trigger release fee in the end, but for a young Brazilian talent who could turn into a world beater, we'll take the risk on him. Means we could move on Broj if we wanted to, but we'll see about that. And let's keep moving. So just 2 days later and we're into match day 16. God, things are moving slowly, aren't they? We really need to get moving. Let's go and check out Alan Souza in the game plan. There he is meeting Angry Phil Collins. Obviously he's going to be in the side. Marlison out for another week. I don't think we'd put Alan straight into the first team. I think Broj will slot in. But he's a great option off the bench. Can he play elsewhere? At a stretch, maybe attacking mid. Doesn't really like it out on the right. Could probably change that to a second. Can he play second striker? Not particularly. He's an out-and-out striker. I like that about him. He's tricky. He's exciting, but also looks to be a really solid goal scorer. Abner, I think we've got to accept that he starts now. So Diego Renan, who could be possibly leaving the club in this window, will drop to the bench. And Oliveira has cemented his spot, and I think Thiago Real out of Eduardo, and Real is probably the one who starts. This is our first team, except for the decision on the striker. Roger's got a chance now, just to get himself back in front of Zico, show him what he can do. A goal today would be important for him. So let's get into the first game. So today we're going up against Operário, a team from not far south of Sao Paulo. So it's not a long trip for Ponte Preta, and this is a newly promoted side, just up from Serie C. I like their shirts, it's an interesting design. They really go all out on the logos, don't they? Sponsors get some, they get some real benefits in Brazilian football. It's not just the one shirt sponsor, it's about 5 or 6. Let's take a look. How was everyone looking form-wise? I think we can just go as we are. Alan Souza off the bench, an interesting option. He's on a green arrow today. We're not going to chuck him straight in. Operário, 60s all the way down. Yeah, oh yeah, this is the bottom of the table team, isn't it? Okay, let's get into it. So apparently, and I haven't verified this, Operário, what is it, PR or FR? Operário PR. Translates to railway worker or something sort of similar to that. And that is interesting because that is essentially the roots of Ponte Preta as well. It was built by the hands of local railway workers who lived around the stadium. So there is some similarities between the two teams. This is a small pitch. This is a small club. We're a big side now. We're on our way to Serie A. Let's brush them aside. Reginaldo out to Abner. The name on everyone's lips at the moment. Oliveira, contract rebel. To take on his man. Almost pulled it back inside, but waits for the run of Abner. He'll whip a good ball in. Brodge is there. I mean, I'd literally started my celebration commentary there. I mean, that is exactly what you expect from him, was what I was about to say. But that works very, very simply. That's what we want to do, working it down that left-hand side. That's where our real danger men are, Abner and Oliveira. And you'd hope Brodge would finish that one. Oh, Clayton's done well. That's a dangerous ball into Carlo. Oh, Ivan's come out. Oh, and Igor's there. Always dependable Igor. Oh, Luis Carlos, strength there, into Takuma Asano, does really well, can slip in Brodge here, good first touch from him, away from his man, and the left foot effort is saved. Great work there, Luis Carlos, certainly a player we are going to need to replace. I do need to look at the general team stats this season. I suppose his contributions won't really show up, but he does win the ball a lot in the midfield, and Brodge there with another opportunity. Carlos into Asano. For the interplay with Brodge, lays it off to Oliveira. Abner's made a good run, but Brodge has made a better one. And Oliveira finds him here. Brodge will open himself up. Surely Asano on the follow-up. That's great defending. Brodge. That had to be 1-0 there. 3 big chances for the big lad up top. Oliveira crafts the ball inside. It's a good first touch. Why did you hit it with the left? Oh, Oliveira putting the pressure on. Now Matheus Oliveira flicks one in, looking for Takuma Asano. Oh, how have you missed that? Takuma. No. Oh, there's been some great attacking play here. 25 minutes gone. We've created chances. Just lacking that final bit of quality. First chance here for the home side. And Bruno Matada does well. That's a great turn from him to find Clayton. Abner's there. Oh, it's into the box. And Avini can get there and clear. Big chance there. And how painful that would have been after all our missed opportunities early in this game. Oliveira turns away from his man and finds Abner. Can use Oliveira again if he wants to, but he doesn't. He keeps going. Cut it back now to Oliveira. Spreads it to Arnaldo. It's patient build up here with not long left in this half. Asano, lovely turn. Oh, it's got to be surely for Igor, and the defender is there again to push it out. We worked that so beautifully, so patiently there. And that was sure to be the blow we needed at the end of that first half, but it just didn't come. The goal didn't come. We've had everything in this game, although not the possession. It's not felt like that. It's really not felt like that. They had one potentially dangerous chance, but we created loads. We just couldn't finish them. Brodge with a couple of big ones. Some great goalkeeping. Some good defending. Surely a goal has to come. Will we see Alan Souza? Free kick here into Asano. Pokes a lovely pass out to Arnaldo. Lovely first touch from him. Inside looking for Brodge, and there it is. There's the goal. It had to come. It was due. It was well overdue. And Brodge, I mean, right place, right time, you could say, but that's the sign of a good striker. And Arnaldo, again, a lot of people mentioning Arnaldo in the comments, and for good reason. He has certainly gone under the radar this season. He's one of the unsung heroes, but he's played, I would say, every single game. He's certainly started every single game that he's been fit for. And he scored goals, he's assisted goals. It was a great run there. Lovely ball from Asano. It had to happen, didn't it? Great first touch there from Arnaldo. The low, hard cross in, and Broj wasn't going to miss that one. That's a great finish. It was Carlos scrapping away, wins it back. Finds Real. He'll thread one through to Takuma Asano. The reverse ball into Broj is beautiful. And the shot is wide. Again goes for it with the left foot. He seemed to just take too long there to react to the opportunity. But Asano looking beautiful today. Finding passes where no one else can. Broj could have easily doubled his goals. Luis Carlos again. So powerful. Such a good ball winner. And now Asano has been excellent. What a turn from him to find Matheus Oliveira. Oli! Oli, 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 Oli. Oli, Oli. We forgive you for everything. We know we're paying you about 3 times the amount we were before. And we question in our hours of doubt whether it was worth the money to keep you. But you've not let us down. And if Takuma Asano doesn't get a goal today after his performance, he'd be really unlucky. The triple sub here from Zico, who's clearly happy that we have won this game. And Alan Souza is going to get a run out. Abner gets a rest, as does Thiago Real. Let's not fuck this up by letting them score one now, but will he be able to do anything in his final 10 minutes of this game? Oh, Eagles nicked it back. And now the centre midfielder canters forward, looks to put one into a space for Alan Souza to run onto in his start here. First start for Ponte Preta, holds it up well, has to find Diego Renan. Oh. So there we are, full time here, and well, no sign of new signing Alan Souza. There's always a part of you that wants to start the new signing as soon as you sign them, but it wouldn't have been the smart move, Zico knowing we've got to integrate him slowly. He's coming from Belgian football, which I guess is a step down into Serie B. Yeah, it definitely is a step down. But it's a different league, a different type of football. So good to give him a few minutes today. Didn't manage to do anything in his 10 minutes on the pitch. Broj had a lot of chances. He eventually took one, but it was Takuma Asano who was the player of the game today. I wonder if he does get man of the match. Everything good came from him, and unlucky not to get a goal himself. See Oliveira as well in the score sheet. He seemed to struggle a little bit in the last game. We didn't have the possession, but it didn't matter. We were dominant. And there we are. Yep, 7s all round for the front 3. Good performances from everyone really, and just a great game all round. Very pleased with that. So the oldest team in Brazilian football stays top of Serie B, surely on their way to Serie A this season, as we take a, what is that, 12-point lead? More than 12 points. What is that, 13 points, 14 points? I'm not even going to do it. Over 5th place Bragantino. Automatic qualification looks almost assured at this point. Will be a big step up, but Operário, I mean, we would expect to beat them. Lost 12 games this season. That is epic. They've only scored 7 goals. We've scored 30. So nice to see there that Alan Souza says he's settling in very well. That's good to see. Our win streak continues. Also good to see. Got a message. Monthly report. Best 11. Igor Oliveira, Asano all in there. Who has improved? Abner's gone up 1. That's nice. Still no improvements for Oliveira though. That is weird. We've had a bit of budget come through and a monthly report. Budget report, another 300,000. That's big. You get some big money. I mean, we must have had at least $1 million salary budget coming already, which is great. That tops it up really well. Got enough for one big full signing if we wanted it. So let's get into the next game, the second and final game of this episode. Figueirense certainly a better side. They've got 2 70 rated players, so I mean, quite literally they are the better side. We've got some tired legs, unsurprising. I mean, a few days ago that game. Could we start Alan Souza? No. We stick with Broj. He scored a goal. I think that's proved to be a pretty good strategy. We stuck with Marillison. He didn't fail us, so he keeps starting until he stops scoring. Marillison still 6 days away from returning. I'm sure it was only a week, 3 days. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Some tired players here. I think we'll give Eduardo a start at central midfield. Could play Alan Souza. No, we'll stick as is for now. Don't want to mess things up too much. Renan Fonseca in for a tired Reginaldo. Just so we only have to make 1 sub there if needed. Yeah, we'll do that. Still looking good at 72. Team spirit. That's not really going up much more than that, is it? But, you know, we're winning games, so can't argue too much. So here we are, we're back at the Estadio Moises Lucarelli, aka the Majestoso, also known as the Majestic Stadium, and it is an incredible stadium. I think I worked out it was about the same amount of seats as Bournemouth. You know, it's a big stadium, and the Bournemouth Stadium is a small one for the Premier League, but still a pretty sizable stadium. And if you follow them on Twitter, looks like a great atmosphere. Another win for Ponte Preta today, and we will be taking the roof that doesn't exist off easily taking that off. Let's go. Ball into the box. That's a dangerous one. Gielholm's going to get to that. Time stopped there for a second as it almost trickled in. 4 minutes in, and a little bit of a shock there for the home side. And that's very poor Bruno Avini. This does not bode well, this opening 5 minutes. Luis Carlos picks that up. Inside to Oliveira. Out of his feet, looks to curl one. Wow! So close to catching the keeper off guard there. An audacious effort from a player in great form. And it's out to Oliveira again. Lovely footwork from him. Oh, that's disgusting. We've seen some filth from Oliveira in this game so far. And that's a great ball in. Brodges! Yes! Matheus Oliveira, you absolute legend. The footwork there, the disrespect, the techers, it's all on show. And this is exactly what the Ponte Bretanos pay their Real for. Let's take another look there. So he almost beats the keeper from miles out. And it falls to him here, beats one, beats another, holds one off. We didn't even see the turn before that. So far back in that move where he absolutely skinned one player, but you know, there's almost too much to fit in a highlight. And Broj wasn't going to miss this one. That's his bread and butter. Headed goals from inside the 6-yard box. We're off the mark here already. Oh, Arnaldo shrugged off by Juninho. Great work from him. Bruno Avini's come out here, leaving only one-on-one in the box. And it's not a bad header there from the Figueirense striker. Beat Renan Fonseca to that one, but luckily wide. Comes Tony now. Renan Fonseca, the experienced centre-back, out to meet him. Oh, Tony shrugs him off. That's too easy, Renan. No. Gielholm with the effort. It's wide. Got to do better there. We need you as backup. Well, we're going to need to sign probably 2 centre-backs, actually, because Reginaldo's going. I don't think Renan Fonseca is going to hack it at Serie A level. Lovely interplay there between the midfield 3. And now Broj can slip it into Thiago Real onto his right. Crafts it. Absolute craftsmanship there from the Real thing. And he puts us 2 up here just before half-time at the Majestoso. It was all about the midfield trio in the build-up, and then Broj is brought in on the action, but Thiago Real's continued his run. Time to take a touch, have a look up, pick his spot, and that is 2. And there we are, half-time here in Campinas, and that's exactly how most games are going at the moment. We're dominating chances created, not possession. We seem to have slightly adapted our style. We were, at the beginning of the season, getting 60+ possession. We haven't seen much of that, but we're certainly decisive and clinical in attack. And 2 goals from 3 shots on target. That's lovely work. So we're only just back in for the second half. And Broj is given a rest here. Potentially controversial from Zico. I don't know if Broj will be angry at that. Possibly. We're taking him off in the 50th minute. But we want to have a good look at Alan Sousa, and I feel like this game is won. Broj can accept the applause after a good goal from him. And could we see something special from our new signing here? Well, he's got time to do so. Arnaldo into Eduardo. Oh, nice turn from him. Just rolls his man. Now Real will find him again. Kun Rossano on the turn. Cuts back and away from trouble. It's got a little bit lost here. Thiago Real's ball inside to Oliveira. Looks to backheel it into the path of Alan. Just couldn't quite pick him out. That's on the break here for Figueirense. Oh, that's well read by Renan Fonseca. Cuts that attack down in its prime, but they still have a chance here. Elias will put it into Tony. One-on-one with Ivan, and he's finished it. Oh, shit. Come on, we got too complacent. Taking our foot off the accelerator a little bit. Let's make some changes maybe, shore this one up. Thiago Real. Out to Oliveira. Oh, lovely little dummy there. Oh, just couldn't find Asano. Couldn't get the right ball through. Good pressure there from Ponte Preta. Leads to the mistake. Renan is able to shrug his man off. Souza inside, gets the shot off with the right foot. It's his first real effort of the game, but he's shown real promise there. Striker's instinct just to get the ball into a shooting position. Get the shot off, unlucky. And that's full time here. Well, 2-1, not exactly the most impressive scoreline. And Alan Souza again, not really able to get involved. I wouldn't necessarily blame that on him. Figueirense looked okay in that second half. And once again, we had less possession. Oh no, we didn't actually. Called the possession back. Yeah, fine. Another good win. With a better side on most occasions before we go into the game. Statistically, these are all games we should be winning. So it's good to see that we are. Brodge on the score sheet again. Marilison back in the next episode. What should we do? Alan Souza, should we play him? We've essentially got 3 players for one position. Neither one of those 3 can really play anywhere else. We could maybe try and adapt Souza into a winger. That's not a bad idea actually, because he is quick. Step back onto that left and cause some damage. Let me know what you think. But another good win. And we stay top, obviously. We're now 11 points ahead of second place Curitiba. Only 1 loss this season. We are steamrollering this league. With a manager coming in of the calibre of Zico and the players that we've signed, the budgets made available to us, you can just see that Ponte Preta have said, right, that's it, we're getting out of this league this season, we're back into Serie B, but next time, whoa, the showdown that we've been looking forward to, Guarani away, that's going to be huge. Had a bid in for Asano, Marilison's back, some stuff to look at, I'll see you in a bit.